If you want to process your acetaldehyde at a faster rate than this and have it process something more like this, well then pay attention because I'm going to tell you how to do so, and it's not by drinking Four Loko. That's crazy. It's actually by taking Cheers Restore, the #1 after-alcohol aid in America that gets to the two main reasons of why people truly feel bad the day after drinking, which is GABA rebound, that psychological sensation you feel the day after a fun night out, and acetaldehyde exposure, which is essentially the toxic byproduct of alcohol, and it happens to be 20 times more toxic than the alcohol is itself. So we have a patented combination on the primary two ingredients that really do the heavy lifting when it comes to metabolizing acetaldehyde and reducing GABA rebound. The DHM in Cheers actually speeds up the enzyme activity of ALDH, which that enzyme is responsible for converting acetaldehyde into a non-toxic vinegar called acetate that you then just pee out. And the L-cysteine in Cheers actually works to reduce acetaldehyde levels as a whole by forming a non-toxic compound called MTCA, which effectively neutralizes that acetaldehyde. And on the other hand, the DHM also helps to buffer GABA rebound because whenever you drink alcohol, it binds to the GABA receptors in your brain, and that's what gives you that relaxed, carefree, and generally good feeling. However, when that alcohol wears off, your brain is flipped on its head and you start experiencing the opposite. Instead of relaxed and carefree, you're uptight and irritable. Instead of living in the moment, you want to rot in bed all day. That's because you're experiencing GABA rebound. Now, sadly, one of the best ways to get over that rebound is to reintroduce more alcohol. But we know that just leads to a bad cycle and is not good for you in the short term or the long term. And effectively, you're kicking the can down the road and you're going to have to pay the piper one day. What the DHM and Cheers can do, it'll actually bind to those same GABA receptors. As that alcohol is leaving your system, the DHM swoops in and satiates that receptor to effectively lessen that rebound the next day, where it's not as drastic of a downfall and you don't experience as many psychological woes as you would if you didn't take Cheers. So in essence, Cheers is dual action to get to the main two reasons of why someone really feels bad the day after drinking. Go ahead and mix in a water if you'd like, but realize that dehydration is only about 10 to maybe 20% of the reason why you really feel bad the day after drinking. Dehydration leads to dehydration problems like thirst, dry mouth, low urine production. It doesn't explain the host of other things that go along with alcohol consumption, like light and sound sensitivity, body discomfort, liver stress, sleep disturbances, plus many more. If you want to do something about those two main reasons, GABA rebound and acetaldehyde exposure, it's as simple as taking 3 capsules after your last drink of the night before going to bed and have the magic work while you sleep. In essence, Cheers works as a preventative to help reduce the main two reasons of why you really feel bad. Now, is this an excuse to drink twice as much? No. Is this an excuse to not drink responsibly? No. What Cheers is, it's a security blanket to help you feel better the day after drinking. And what we say, it'll make 2 drinks feel like 1 the next day. Basically, you'll feel like you had half as much or your money back, because that's something we stand by. And if you don't feel like you had half as many drinks, well then that's something we honor and you can get your money back without question. And with over 40 million doses sold since we aired on Shark Tank in 2018, we have been leading the category around alcohol-related health and wellness. You can find us in over 30,000 retail doors with packaging that looks like this in drug and grocery, and packaging that looks like this in convenience. But right here, right now, we're giving out the best deal we've ever done here on the TikTok shop. So if you want to feel better the day after drinking, well, it's simple. Drink, take Cheers, and let the magic work while you sleep. So rather than being stuck with all that acetaldehyde and having your body have to work overtime to process it, take Cheers so that you can clear it out of your system faster and reduce those main two reasons of why someone really feels bad the day after drinking. Cheers.